Welcome to NewsOK TV. I'm Dave Morris on this cold, chilly day in Oklahoma City. It's Thursday, October 25th, and we will lead off with sports, which makes up most of our top read stories today on NewsOK.com, including this one by Stephanie Kuzidem about Oklahoma football. Coach Bob Stoops had no idea he was talking to Knute Rockne's great-grandson. Here's more. Former OU cheerleader Chris Kokendorfer ran into Bob Stoops a few years ago outside Owen Field. They talked briefly and then went their separate ways. Kokendorfer never mentioned he was the great-grandson of Notre Dame legend Knute Rockne. Rockne was head coach at Notre Dame from 1918 to 1930, where he set the greatest winning percentage of over 88%, with 102 wins, 12 losses, and 5 ties. In 13 seasons, Rockne led the Fighting Irish to 6 national championships and 5 undefeated seasons without a tie. You can read more in Thursday's Oklahoman and on NewsOK.com, and if you've been under a rock somewhere, you might not know OU and Notre Dame hook up Saturday night in Norman. In Oklahoma State football, Clint Shelf might get the starting nod at quarterback against TCU. Gina Mizell reports OSU coaches are confident that Shelf can move the offense and move the football. The former Enid High School standout was not far behind West Lunt and J.W. Walsh, both injured in preseason quarterback derby. In other news, a former University of Oklahoma student is accused of making physical threats against a member of the women's soccer team. Nasik Firdaus is being held at the Cleveland County Jail. He admitted to driving from Cincinnati to Norman with the intent of killing the team's goalie, Kelsey Devonshire. Reports show he called University police from Overland Park, Kansas, telling them he was on his way to kill her. His bail has been set at $2 million. Firdaus has been charged with conspiring to perform an act of violence and stalking in Cleveland County District Court. A man was shot and killed in northwest Oklahoma City. The shooting happened about 10 p.m. Wednesday at the Terrace Apartments at 6600 Northwest 10th. The victim was taken to a hospital where he died. Oklahoma City University trustees have approved moving its law school to downtown into the former Central High School. It's a pretty cool looking building at 800 North Harvey. The federal government is asking a judge to rule against Hobby Lobby, which does not want to provide employees insurance coverage for abortion-causing drugs and devices because of the owner's religious beliefs. Founder David Green and other owners of the Oklahoma City-based retail chain sued in September in federal court in Oklahoma City. A hearing on a preliminary injunction request is set for November 1st. You may have noticed strong cold fronts moving through Oklahoma, bringing much cooler air. That's what cold fronts do, and gusty north winds. Frost and/or freeze will occur across the area Saturday and Sunday mornings as mostly clear skies, light winds, and high pressure will allow lows to fall, get this, into the 22 to 40 degree range. Too cold for me. Cooler weather will occur through at least the weekend. Frost and sub-freezing temperatures are possible Saturday and Sunday morning. A couple of programming notes for you now. Brian Painter hosted a Google Hangout yesterday from this very seat in our studios. He chatted with Terry Angier and Gary McManus about winter weather preparedness. You can find that 40-minute discussion on our homepage. Was Justin Brown able to zigzag his way to the top for the Sooners, or did J.W. Walsh claim the top spot with his greedy performance in Stillwater? You can find out in the latest episode of The Quest, hosted by Damon Fontenot, and currently posted on NewsOK.com. You see, each week Damon provides the top 4 plays from OU and OSU football action and posts them in bite-sized videos just for you, the fan, to then vote upon. The winner is unveiled each Wednesday evening for you to enjoy. Well, on a cold, dreary day, much like today, if you're like me, you prefer a cup or half dozen of coffee. The Oklahoman's food dude, Dave Cathy, and NewsOK's Kyle Roberts recently stopped by Cafe Evoke in Edmond. Cafe Evoke started in 2005 as a gourmet mobile coffee service for corporate events, private parties, and commercial events, but moved from its original home in the Plaza District into a remodeled space in historic downtown Edmond about 6 months ago to expand its audience. Read, learn more online today at NewsOK.com, or perhaps stop by Cafe Evoke and grab a cup of joe for yourself. That will do it for this edition of NewsOK TV. That was kind of a sneak peek of some of the stories, videos, and headlines you can find today on NewsOK.com. Stay with us. We'll keep the site updated.